All right, we are live. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. Last time, when we left off, I had just arrived at the Crimson Caravan Company after finishing the Hard Luck Blues quest and clearing out Vault 34. My goal today is to poke around at the Crimson Caravan and hopefully manage to make my way up to Nellis Air Force Base before we have to end the stream. We'll see how far we get. Good morning, Nyron. Great to see you back in the stream. It's been a little while, my friend. I'm glad you're here. Morning, Lewis. Morning, Infinimora. Good morning, Lone Wonder. Great to see all of you. Thank you for being here. So, like I said, here's the Crimson Caravan Company. Let's go inside. Good morning, Ethan. No worries. I'm glad you're here now. And, hey, Martin. Good to see you. Oh. Generic guards. Well, you know what we do with those people. Good morning, Stephen. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. Okay. Let's see. You are another generic. Excellent. Start stream, immediately murder someone. Hey, I got my priorities. Well, you know, here's our buddy Ringo, who we saved back in Good Springs.
Hey there. Here's the rest of the payment I promised you back in Good Springs.
Who's in charge here?
Alice McLafferty runs the Crimson Caravan. You can find her over in the main office.
So what's next for you?
I'm getting ready to run a caravan up towards Utah. There's a town called New Canaan which is supposed to be pretty prosperous. The Crimson Caravan doesn't have any branches out that way, so it'll be up to me to get things started.
I'm not going to tell him that there's no New Canaan. All right.
I'll see you around.
Here I thought I was going to be helpful. Oh well. We got detected. I just need that dude to turn, but... There we go. That's Blake. We're gonna steal his shit, to be sure.
McLafferty's been riding asses again. Better lay low.
Caravaneer. Alright, that's a generic. It's not my problem that he's going to a lost cause. Well, that's true. I guess I'm more surprised, given how good Obsidian generally is throughout the game at that sort of thing. I guess I'm just more surprised at the little continuity hiccup than anything else. Normally, they paid attention to details, like the fact that I might have completed Honest Hearts before coming here.
McLafferty's been riding asses again. Better lay low.
Good morning, Cyclo. Nice to see you. Right now, mainly just stalking around the Crimson Caravan, eliminating all of the generic guards and caravaneers. Although we did talk to Ringo and get the rest of our payment for saving him way back in Good Springs in the beginning. And these people only have varmint rifles. That's awful. Alright, first things first. I want to get survival up to 76. And then, let me pull up my build plan over here. Just a second. Alright, then let's take lockpick up to 90. Time to start pushing lockpick and science up to 100.
McLafferty's been riding ass. Better lay low.
Oh, you're hyped for Resident Evil 2? Oh man, so am I. It looks so fucking good. I'll admit it, I pre-ordered. Egg salad sandwich. Hey St. Louis, great to see you. Yeah, I mean, I came away from E3 pretty underwhelmed. Like, we've already talked at we've talked at some length about Fallout 76, of course, and I don't really feel compelled to rehash it again because we did that in the last video.
McLafferty's been riding asses again. Better lay
Janet's a real person, as these things go, so congratulations, Janet, you get to stay alive. I'm probably going to murder all your Brahmin, too, though. I'm getting a little fed up with your randomized patrol, though. Pick a direction and park it, lady. You're killing me. It's amazing how the floodgates sort of open once you eliminate even a piece of the puzzle, though. Let's see. Resident Evil 2 and Doom Eternal are the titles you're hyped for. Well, I would be hyped for Doom Eternal, but it's in the Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 place of basically just being a thing that they are working on that will exist someday. So, I mean, I'm hyped for those games too, but it's hard to be hyped for something. It's hard to be really hyped for something that doesn't even have a bare bones release timeline. That's what's so great about Resident Evil 2. It looks fucking fantastic and it's coming out in January. Gabe Newell just does not care. I know.
Morning.
A real life buddy of mine and I were talking about E3, and we are just like, you know, Valve could win E3 any year they wanted just by putting up a logo and dropping a microphone, but they're never going to do it. Nyron, was E3 2010 the year of the legendarily awful Konami showcase? Also known as the worst E3 showcase in known memory. RE2 is your favorite Resident Evil. It was certainly my favorite of the original trilogy. I think, well, I've said this before, you know, I've pretty frequently said that as things stand, the Resident Evil 1 remake is my favorite in the series. So, seeing Resident Evil 2 finally get the update it deserves from the old PS1 days is very exciting to me. I mentioned this in the Discord, but I thought it was a really nice touch that they actually put the PS1 in the beginning of the reveal trailer. I thought that was quite clever. I knew what game it was as soon as I saw the PlayStation 2. It's like, oh my god, this is it! What I did not expect was a January release date. Like, I really expected to finally see Resident Evil 2, because they announced it 3 years ago. You know, they confirmed that they were working on it, but... So I did expect to finally see something at this E3. I did not expect... Surprise, it's basically ready.
Morning.
Play it in January. That was awesome. Alright, buddy, I'm gonna need you to turn around so I can raid your supply cache here. Hope you don't mind. Tiny, tiny babies, all you need to know about pediatric medicine. That's actually a quest item. I'm going to leave it alone for now. As is Stress in the Modern Refugee, a primer. The quest won't work right if we steal those immediately, so I'm going to leave them there for now. No, it's not holding back on the gore, and we're still talking about Resident Evil 2. Not only is it not holding back on the gore, but it really seems like it's going for actual scary. You know, the way the way the remake of 1 did, and the way more recently 7 did. So I could not be more excited for the Resident Evil 2 remake. Just looks great. Alright, let's talk to Blake now.
If you're looking to buy or sell, you've come to the right man. The Crimson Caravan Company has the widest selection in the wasteland.
Can you answer some questions for me?
Maybe. What do you want to know?
Where does the Crimson Caravan Company get its merchandise?
Trade routes, my friend. Trade routes. Just about every major town in the wasteland has a Crimson Caravan branch in it.
Do your caravans ever have trouble from bandits?
Out here, we usually split our caravans into smaller bands. That way, we don't lose everything if they get hit. It's not very efficient, though. But hopefully, we'll be able to start running larger caravans once things get civilized.
Where are you from?
A little place in the NCR called Oak Creek. Used to be a farming town until it got taken over by ranchers. I didn't want to herd Brahmin for a living, so I signed on with the Crimson Caravan and headed east. Not much to tell, really.
That's all. Let's talk about something else.
Need anything else?
Show me what you have for sale.
Can do.
Now, he's not going to buy anything I stole from Crimson Caravan, but I should be able to sell him some of the stuff we picked up in those surrounding areas in the last video. Maybe not. Okay. That's fine.
See ya.
Yes, Ethan. I had a late night last night, so I'm caffeinating this morning. Alright. Let's scope the buildings. We've got a Caravaneer barracks first. Let's try that out. There's a generic Caravaneer. Take off her leg with a good old-fashioned ass punch. I still love how I do not lose karma for murdering people, but I do lose karma for taking their caps out of their footlockers after they're dead. It's just hilarious. I'm gonna make that comment like every New Vegas video because it just seems so fucking backwards. Ooh, clean water. Do I usually walk my dogs before the stream? Not a full-length walk. You know, I take them outside and let them go to the bathroom and run them around a little bit before feeding them breakfast. This time of morning, they're not really ready to wake up. They just kind of, you know, they need to do their business and eat and go back to sleep. So that's what they do. La Fantoma. Yeah, by now they're, you know, if I let them back into the bedroom, the little one tends to wake Tiffany up, and she doesn't like to get up until about 7:30. So they usually just fall asleep outside her door. I'm toying with the idea, and I'll post more details in Discord after I know more and experiment with it a little to see what it's capable of doing. I'm toying with the idea of actually enabling the Streamlabs extension on Twitch itself to make the stream a little bit more interactive. It lets, I don't know what all it can do, but it lets you guys, it theoretically lets you guys make requests in real time that actually pop up. Things like that. I'm headed to the cabin this weekend on early Saturday morning, so unfortunately it's probably going to be another main project streams only sort of week. Although there's a chance we'll get a side stream in this evening. I'll keep you posted. Anyway, nothing concrete yet, and I won't implement anything without discussing it in the Discord, but I need to see a little bit more of what it's capable of. But a couple of accounts that I watch have it enabled, and it seems kind of fun. But the downside is it seems to distract from the actual games a little bit, and that's not generally my style. So yeah, maybe we'll turn it on for the side project streams, leave it off for the main project streams. Whatever. We'll work it out. We'll talk details later, but if you know anything about Streamlabs and the stuff that kind of goes with that extension, be thinking about it, because I'll want to discuss it later on in the Discord, whether or not it's a good idea to at least sometimes activate it for our stream. Guard barracks, not much there. Add music requests. Yeah, okay, yeah, Nyron knows what it is. You can, yeah, one thing you can do is, you know, you can assign people roles, and people with the right role are, it's usually subscribers is the easiest one, because, you know, you don't want to let randos pop in and troll your song requests. But yeah, I don't have a lot of subs yet either, so we'd have to work out details. But one thing it does let you do is yeah, you can let people you trust put in music requests. There's the radio. There it is. Shut up. There's another generic guard. Yeah, song requests would be a major pain for the copyright. That's one of the things that it allows. And yeah, I've seen some people actually allow like karaoke requests, and you know, they slot them in at the end of the stream. They don't let it interrupt gameplay or anything like that. But I think that sort of thing could be fun. But like I said, it definitely distracts a little bit from the actual games. And I know that most of you came here, at least in the first place, for the game, so I certainly don't want to do anything like that without talking to you. Alright, let's check out this terminal. New Canaan branch proposal. The Mormons are warming up to the idea of a Crimson Caravan branch being established in New Canaan. Naturally, the taxes are such that will be at a severe disadvantage to their own caravans. The long-term solution is to overwhelm them with a flood of cheap NCR goods. I'll have to call in some favors with our contacts back in California, but the potential profit margins are worth it. Regarding Henry Jameson. Efforts to encourage Henry Jameson to resign have so far failed. His parents are proving stubborn as well. Obviously, they don't want him around any more than I do. Getting the New Vegas branch up and running should have been a simple job for him, but this place is still as crude and primitive as any frontier branch, and very irritating. Gunrunner tariff. Alice, your push for a new tariff on gunrunner weapons didn't make it past the Senate. They've got too much pull in California. We're going to have to find some other way to get the upper hand in the weapons market. Jason Tagg, MODOK branch manager. War effort. McCarran has requested more frequent supply runs to their outlying outposts. I've been able to negotiate additional terms in our favor, but I may need to lower our hiring standards to meet the demand. I'm already concerned about the reliability of some of the Caravaneers. Were it not for the work contracts, I know some of them would have run off a long time ago. Nobody seems to believe in hard work anymore. Well, and the other idea, so like the way it works very basically is that the longer you're just tuned in and watching the stream, it gives you this little fake currency, and as you accrue that, you can eventually redeem it to make requests of the streamer. And for a certain amount, I might I'd limit it to weekend streams, but on a weekend stream you redeem X amount, you can force me to take a shot, or you can put in a song request, or you can put in a karaoke request, or you can choose the game that day. Just that sort of thing. Like I don't know how much control I have over what the options actually are, as opposed to here's an average locked. Oh, hold on. Homeboy's looking at us. Don Hostetler. I'm a little surprised he can see me. He seems like some generic-ass rando that shouldn't have very good perception, but let's try again. There we go. So I don't know how much control I have over what the options are, but it's something to think about. I probably wouldn't, certainly wouldn't implement it for the main days. The more I think about it, although I'd let you accrue the currency on the main days, but oh god, I wasn't even paying attention. Alright, protected has 3. Protected. Knowledge. That one actually works, but that's not it. Protected. That doesn't work. Protected. That doesn't work. I was gonna say I need my allowance replenished. There we go. Knowledge. That works. Protected. That does not. Knowledge. Protected. That doesn't work. Alright. Protected. That works. Slithered. That works too. And that's it. Perfect. Crimson Caravan Company Internal Memorandum Network. Current user D. Hostetler. Memorandum 51780. To Don Hostetler from Angie Beckers. Subject, Tuesday meeting with accounts receivable. Mr. Hostetler, just a reminder your meeting with accounts receivable was moved to Tuesday. I've cleared your schedule and moved your lunch plans ahead to 1:45. Angie. Memorandum 6280. To Don Hostetler from Angie Beckers. Subject, emergency meeting. Mr. Hostetler, I really need to schedule an urgent meeting with you. Can you clear an hour this afternoon? I promise it will be worth your while. Angie. Memorandum 6380. To Don Hostetler from Angie Beckers. Subject, regarding You're So Sexy. I had an amazing time last night, Don. Aren't you glad you decided to stay late? Can't wait to do it again. XOXO, Angie. P.S. I found some pre-war lingerie at the market today. I think you'll like it. Okay. Oh, there we go. I think we're nearly done with the looting now. We can actually start talking to people. Alright, let's talk to Alice McLafferty now.
Welcome to the Crimson Caravan Company New Vegas branch. What may I do for you?
I'm looking for work.
I'm afraid we have no current openings for caravanners or guards, but I am in need of a runner.
I'll take it. What do I need to do?
Deliver this invoice to Dr. Hildern. You can find him somewhere inside Camp McCarran.
Pitch in at the Crimson Caravan Company if you're looking for caravan work. Quest added. You can depend on me. Oh yeah. So pitching. That's for. I even forgot the name of her quest, but deliver the Crimson Caravan invoice to Dr. Hildern at Camp McCarran. I'd like to know more about the Crimson Caravan Company.
Certainly. What would you like to know?
How long have you been in business?
The Crimson Caravan Company has been in business for over 130 years. We're partially responsible for the progress in the NCR.
Does the Crimson Caravan have any competition?
Well, the gunrunners continue to dominate the weapons market, and the Mormon traders from New Canaan control the majority of the northern routes.
You're well dressed for this place.
Normally, I oversee company operations at the hub in California. However, the New Vegas branch has been underperforming in recent years. Given the conditions here, it's not hard to see why. I'll change all that soon enough.
I don't have any more questions. Let's talk about something else.
All right. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Goodbye.
It's been a pleasure.
All right, let's talk to... Let's go ahead and... Let me save, because I don't want to accidentally fuck up any quests by talking to people too early, but I think we can talk
McLafferty's
to
been
the other
riding
here.
asses again. Better lay low.
Don Hostetler.
Hello there. Welcome to the Crimson Caravan Company. How can I help you today?
Who are you?
The name's Hostetler. Don Hostetler. Can I help you with something?
Who are you?
I already told you I'm Don Hostetler.
I've got to talk to you about Alice.
I really don't have time for this right now.
Have time to tell me about any work you need done?
You know, hiring isn't really my department. You should talk to Miss McLafferty about work for hire.
Who did you say I should ask about work?
Like I said, talk to Alice McLafferty. She's in charge here.
All right. For a moment you thought it was Mr. Burke. Well, he is wearing the exact same outfit, so I can see why you'd think that. I almost missed this safe. She is in for a big surprise. I've created plenty of openings on your staff, Miss McLafferty. I suppose you can be forgiven for not having noticed. Alright. Who's the other one? Janet. I haven't talked to Janet yet. That building was boarded up and we couldn't actually get inside.
You should go talk to Blake or Alice.
Okay.
They handle most of our contact with visitors.
That's it for now. I want to go offload because we've got some fast traveling to do anyway. Yeah, we're not quite halfway through the stream, so I think we will be able to at least make it to Nellis Air Force Base, if not really start things off with the boomers. They're really a fun faction. I enjoy them immensely. Oh, hold on, my windows are fucking up over here. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's sell him
Hey there.
my junk. Well, what I can anyway. Hey, good. He was able to take it all. That's perfect. What am I planning on doing? Oh, I'll almost certainly, unless people really want to see something else, it'll almost certainly be Chapter 6 of Dead Space, if I do a stream tonight. Put the generic sniper rifle away, because that's repair supplies for our Gobi. Yeah, I'll be able to confirm, you know, by noon today, whether or not I'm actually able to do a stream this evening. It won't take long. Need another casserole. Supplies are important. I'll drink that sarsaparilla. I really want to do another a long stream soon. The problem is I don't really know when I'm gonna have the chance to. Maybe next weekend would be a good candidate. But all right, now we're gonna fast travel back out to the Mole Rat Ranch. We're gonna get on this road heading east. You guys are reminiscing about Fallout 3. You can complete Fallout 1 in 3 hours. Yeah, I knew you could speedrun it. And you handle the last encounter just by jacking up your speech and talking the master into suicide, right? I've beaten Fallout 1 a few times. I'd need to experiment a little more before I ran it for the channel, but I'd be pretty comfortable doing a Fallout 1 playthrough. I probably would not speedrun it though. The one thing that I wouldn't like is, you know, you're running the clock to determine which ending you get, you know, from the moment you start the game. Like, the longer you take, the more areas the mutants destroy. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but then again, all it really affects is the ending. It doesn't materially change the game, so I'd be thorough. I'd explore everything. We'd get a shit ending. It's alright. Yeah, St. Louis is talking about the same thing I am. The game is on a timer. I hate that. That's the one thing I really, really hate about a lot of old games is, for some reason, they thought there was something fun about putting it on a timer. It's like, no, there's nothing fun about that. You built this cool world and you want to subtract from the time I'm able to spend exploring it? What kind of sense does that make? Alright, here is our next location, Fields Shack. This is really just a stop on the way to Nellis, but... Oh, you got the ending where you join the Master? Oh, that's right. I actually spaced that you can just make that choice, so then you don't even have to defeat him. Now, frankly, Vault 13 sort of deserves to be invaded. Fuck him. Oh yes, the Abilene Kid BB gun. A unique BB gun. It's basically as useless as a regular BB gun. I mean, it's certainly better, but oh my god, 4 damage. Bonus critical damage, bonus critical chance. Hooray. It's still shit. It's alright, though. Let's look through the rest of this place. Not a whole lot going on here. Alright. Right here is where shit gets interesting. If we have Veronica and Eddie try and follow us, they're almost, well, not almost, they're definitely going to get killed in the shelling, so we're going to have them wait back here.
Should have brought something to read.
Talk to this guy here.
Whoa there, pal. You better slow down, or you'll get blown up like the rest of the idiots who thought they'd scavenge in Boomer territory. Now that I've got your attention, might you be interested in a little information? It'll cost you, but it's well worth the investment.
No, St. Louis, it's actually, it's a decision you make. When you get to the hub, you can negotiate with the merchants to deliver some water to Vault 13. And what that happens is it extends your water chip deadline out from 150 to 250 days, but it subtracts from your overall deadline, I think from 500 down to 350, because word spreads about where Vault 13 is and the mutants are more able to find you. Speech 30. You can tell me, or you can tell the underside of my boot.
Whoa, simmer down. I'll tell you, I'm a gambler and a scavenger. I've made some cash from gambling and some cash from reclaiming goods that are no longer being used. Now, do you want my help or not?
Thanks for the warning. What's going on past those signs?
Oh, lordy, lordy. You haven't heard of the boomers? What rock have you been living under? They're a bunch of artillery-slinging, grenade-lobbing odd jobs camping out in Nellis. Wander into their territory and you're as good as mincemeat.
Oh, and Ethan, I've beaten Fallout 4 just 4 times, once with each faction, and I have not yet beaten it on survival mode. So, is there a way to get past?
There is a way, and I'll tell you. For a little wager.
Wager? Let's hear it.
Well, I know the secret to get past. If you give me the caps, I'll tell you. If you make it back alive, I'll double your money.
Barter 40. 300 caps? I'm a bit short right now. How about 200?
All right. I suppose I can cut you a deal, but not a cap lower. I gotta make a living here. Okay, here you go. That page has the details, but it's all in the timing as you move from building to building. I'll be here watching, so I'll know if you've made it to the gate or not. Remember, I'll pay double your wager if you make it back.
Note added: Nellis artillery timing details. Steven, you don't have to get up for Dead Space if you don't. If you want to sleep and you don't care about seeing it live, it'll make it over to YouTube tomorrow night. Crimson Caravan invoice. This holotape contains an invoice for various bits of scientific equipment shipped from Shady Sands, California. The intended recipient for the holotape is Dr. Thomas Hildern. The key to avoiding the artillery is to move from building to building up the northwest side of town toward the front gate. Stick to the high cover in the northeast corner of the 2 buildings, then make a beeline for the gate. The boomers won't shoot at their own people, so stick to the fence until you make it to the gate. Also, I know there is an old train tunnel that enters the area from the south, but no one has ever come back out of there to say it is safe. All right, here we go, and we're gonna make a hard save before the shelling starts, and then we'll quick save as we run. Just leave. There's no point in sneaking, so just put your weapon away and get full speed. It's actually easier if you just hug this rock wall here and run along it that way. Although that didn't work out for me this time. Oh, what the? I fucking hate it when that happens, man. I get like advanced stage dehydrated after a quick load. It's like, really? Let's try again. We gotta keep running. I think that's the key. As they track closer and closer to us. That is acceptable. Yeah, once we get to the fence, the shelling stops, as you can see. When will I stream Dead Space? Well, I'm still not quite certain it's going to happen, but I'll announce on the Discord probably around 6 p.m. my time. Alright, we have discovered Nellis
Hold
Air
it right
Force
there.
Base.
Don't you move. How the hell did you survive that bombardment?
Simple enough. Run, hide, run. It's all in the timing.
But I had you zeroed in the whole time. Nobody's that fast. Move a muscle now and I'll blow you to pieces.
I didn't come here to attack you.
Then just stay where you are. Raquel will be here any second.
I'll take this from here. I'm Raquel, Master-at-Arms for the Nellis homeland. Mother Pearl, our eldest, wishes to speak to you.
What's a Master-at-Arms?
I oversee the security of the Nellis homeland, from the coordination of its defense to the training and fitness of its population.
Are you going to confiscate my weapons? Alright, lead the way.
Follow close, and mind your behavior.
Welcome, child. Took your sweet time getting here, didn't you? I've been waiting a good 5 years for an outsider to come along and visit.
You didn't exactly roll out a red carpet.
Those howitzers of ours aren't just for entertainment, child. Explosive ordnance is what keeps the savages at a distance.
I love these people.
Except you. There's something special about you, child, and it was the howitzers that gave you a chance to show it.
How might I be of assistance?
Oh, so many ways. Small ones to begin with, so we can get used to what it's like to have a outsider around and about. Should that go well, maybe you can help in big ways, too. We'll have to see.
Speech 20. How can we trust each other if you're going to be keeping secrets?
You have to keep in mind that you're our first contact with the outside world since I was barely a woman. Seclusion has kept us safe, but the world around us is changing. Neon lights in the distance, patrolling robots, soldiers. My youngers think our guns can keep out the world, but I think we need to let it in just a little, or become its victim. You're that little bit of the world, child. Welcome to Nellis.
Where do I start?
You picked a good time to stop by, for we're swimming in problems. My youngers can tell you all about it. Raquel could use help with the bug problem. Doc Argyle has wounded he's tending to. And Loyal and Jack might be looking for help with some repairs. Or you could just go see Pete at the museum and hear the story of our people. All you have to do there is listen. Come and go as you like, help or don't help, I leave it up to you. But I hope you'll show my youngers that not every outsider needs to be blown up.
Evening.
Alright, so obviously now we're able to come and go as we please. So we can go retrieve our companions and get our money from George. Nellis is big, there's a lot to do here, a lot of good loot to be had, and lots of quests with this faction too, so... Obviously we're still going to murder generics, that's how we roll. As long as we do it from stealth, nobody will care. Alright, we're not going to murder Raquel. She's important. But these generics, absolutely. Alright.
Hello.
Now let's check out Pearl's barracks. Say what has happened to a lot of our youngers. I know. I love that. I love that they don't notice. Colonel Blackwell's key, inventory transfer order. So, interestingly, this key, if you remember the very hard chest in Vault 34, this key is what opens it. So we can go ahead and pick that up. It's not going to mess anything up. And let's read the inventory transfer order. Due to current events, Staff Sergeant Daniels is hereby authorized to transport item number T11836A, codenamed Circuit Breaker, to the installation known as Vault 34 to be sealed in its armory for safekeeping until the manufacturer can retrieve the prototype for production. Signed, Colonel Roy Blackwell, USAF. Well, nobody got murdered. That's the thing. It's like I keep saying. Monica would agree with me. They aren't real people. That's why none of the real people notice when they're gone. I'm not a murderer. I'm just practical. We're not playing Spec Ops here. It's not gonna call me out for my wanton murderous habits. All right. All right. Not a whole lot there. Ooh, good. Implant GRX restock. Not that we have a whole lot of combat to do. But, we are going to hit, we might... There's a very small chance we'll get around to the giant ants in this video, but I don't think so. Like I said, there's a lot going on at Nellis. Okay. I almost missed it. Hidden in the books right there is a skill book, Duck and Cover, which is going to raise our explosive skill by 4, putting it at 78. Very nice. Now, the simplest thing to do here is just fast travel back to Nellis Air Force Base. That'll take us back to the front gates. So, let's go explore the bombing town because one of our missing Brotherhood of Steel patrols is dead out here in the shell zone. I don't recall them being too tough to find, but yeah, here they are. Here's one. Brotherhood of Steel mission holotape. Note added mission statement KH-792 completed. Find the missing Brotherhood patrol at Nellis Air Force Base and retrieve their mission holotape. Mission statement KH-792. Temporary password, and to dare to do it. Summary. Paladin Ray Raselan, you and an escort are to investigate the military base to the northeast for the components we need. We've had reports that the current occupants are fiercely territorial, but it's highly unlikely they have any weapons that can seriously threaten someone in full power armor. The threat level is considered minimal. McNamara. Oh boy. Well, that was short-sighted. I'll leave those power armors, because Veronica's doing fine in hers. Alright. Now, we're going to fast travel back to Field Shack, just to retrieve our companions. And we'll talk to George and get our caps back as well.
Aw, just when...
I got about 10, maybe 15 minutes left. We'll see what we can accomplish in that time frame.
Jumping Jesus on a pogo stick. You're the first one to make it through alive, let alone manage a return trip.
I believe you said you would double my money.
Yep. Here are your caps.
That was 400 caps. Speed 60. Make it 700 caps or I'll tell the boomers to adjust their trajectory.
You drive a hard bargain. Here you go. Have a nice day.
Awesome. Alright, bye, George. Alright, now... There's nothing else out in the bombed town. The Brotherhood Patrol is all you need to find. So... First things first, we'll just run around the exterior, assassinate generics, and loot. And honestly, that's probably going to fill the rest of the stream today. That's okay. explosive ordnance is what keeps the savages at bay. I think these guys are hysterical. This faction is Obsidian at their funniest and most clever. Alright, let's run around. Let's see, nothing there. Alright. That truck's empty. What's over here? Is this anything? No. There's not a whole lot over here to the east, but as you can see, there are some gutsies. Should have brought my paladin toaster. I forgot about these. I think we'll be just fine with Salt Podloon's fist, though. Anything else? No, we're good. Carry weight is getting to be an issue. We'll certainly have to offload more than once, because, like I keep saying, there's a lot going on at Nellis. Lots of stuff to take, lots of stuff to do, lots of people to talk to. But let's check out these tents. What are they making in here? Who knows? Looks like a moonshine distillery, but the boomers don't strike me as drunks, so... Here's a cornfield. Looks like actually none of it is harvestable. Boarded up greenhouse. Boarded up greenhouse. More tents. In here we've got actual generic boomers. Damn, that one's got a fat man. I'm gonna need that. I got one in awful shape back in Novak that I want to repair. They're not in an optimal arrangement for me. They're thwarting my efforts to stealthily murder them. I don't like it. There we go. Fat man, get. Perfect. Alright, that's it for those. Okay, that is actually a separate location that we'll get to later. think this is a generic I want to go assassinate. Yeah, that's the Nellis array. Do you remember when we were picking up spare solar panels back at Helios 1? That was for... that was for this quest. So we'll leave the array alone, but I do want to go finish checking out that perimeter. George was later killed at a misfire. There was a killer had a weapon, and his name was Fisto. F-I-S-T-O. It's too bad I'm not using Fisto. I don't have... well, Fisto's not even a weapon in this one, isn't it? Isn't Fisto the name of the Protectron you can turn into a sex bot? In that quest in Freeside? Or is Fisto the unique power fist in Fallout 3? Or is it both? I'm having trouble remembering. So anyway, we'll leave the array for... Yeah, Fisto is the sex bot. That's what I thought. So like I said, we'll skip the array for now. That's a separate location called the Nellis Hangars. We're not going to head there just yet either. I'm going to try and explore everything else first. These buildings I don't think that have anything going on. I'll check to be certain. And right there is the north edge, so there's nothing past here, so let's circle back. That's simply what you call power fists in general. Yeah, because wasn't Lewis and we discovered the Nellis hangars. That's fine, but we're gonna leave them be for now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Fisto also the unique power fist you can find at that one power station in Fallout 3? Or am I totally off? Fists people in both modes, if you know what I mean. Tips for a new player. Oh, wow. I think the best tip I could give a new player. Do you already have the game up and running and stable? Because honestly, that's the most challenging part of playing Fallout New Vegas these days. Just getting it to fucking work properly without crashes to desktop and infinite load screens. Alright. Oh, you're on Xbox One.
I can take care of that robot problem for you. Just saying.
And there's Raquel on patrol. Well, it's I don't know, guys. Are there any generic tips that we would give a new player to this game? I mean, it's there's so much going on in it. It's hard to think of anything really general. It kind of depends on what specifically you're having issues with. Like, do you want to know what good character builds are? Do you want to know where to go first? Because good order to do things, that kind of stuff. If you give us a little bit better idea what you're looking for, we can probably help you out. It's almost time to end the stream, but I at least want to finish the big generic exterior. We don't have time to start exploring buildings, but and I'm going to want to offload too before running back. So, okay, tent's empty. We have a Nellis Women's Barracks. We have a Nellis Men's Barracks. A Nellis Children's Barracks. Alright, St. Louis, thanks for stopping by, man. It's always great to have you in here. Have a good day at work. Oh, Lewis, don't troll people. That's not nice. Do not go through Quarry Junction, Doritosaurus. unless you want a swift education in how the game walls you off with difficult enemies. I would say a guns build, like do your first playthrough on normal. Don't play in hardcore mode for your first run. Those are fun challenges that are certainly meant for more experienced players. Guns is simpler, but I will say that if you do a little research on how to construct it, and that's something I can help you with, and we're about to end today's stream, so I can't go into a lot of detail, but if you want to join the Discord, we can talk more about it in there. I would say that the kind of build I'm using, a stealth melee-oriented build, is actually probably the easiest way to play the game, because obviously the huge advantage of unarmed or melee weapons is that you don't have to worry about ammunition. And they also tend to degrade much slower than guns do. So the most time-consuming aspect of this game by far is inventory management, and you can really cut down on that with a stealth melee-oriented build like I'm using. So it's something to think about, especially to take a step back. Just about anything you want to do will probably work. So all right, that's loyal. He's important, and we finished out the outside just in time. Thank you very much for the follow, by the way, Dorito. I appreciate that. It's always good to get new people around here. So I'll go over this more at the end of the stream, but we can talk New Vegas extensively if you join the Discord, because that's where we talk between streams, which just statistically is most of the time. So let's run back to Novak so I can drop stuff off. They're right that you should invest in speech early and often. It opens up so many more options for dealing with the various quests. Let's get our fat man back from Eddie. Let me find my other fat man. We'll do some repairing. There we go. A full damage fat man does a whopping 908 damage on that first mini nuke launch. Alright, let's drop stuff off. Check our weapon condition. We're good, we're good. I need to restock on water and casserole. Yeah, so Dorito, I'm playing on very hard difficulty with hardcore mode enabled, and things are going pretty well now because I'm in the late stages of my character build. But if you go to the YouTube channel and watch the earlier installments, you'll see we struggled for quite a while before we gained this power. So for a first playthrough, I highly recommend leaving it on normal and not turning on hardcore mode. That way you can just kind of move through the game, learn what's going on, and enjoy yourself without it being ridiculously hard. And then you'll discover that the game is quite easy, and you'll want to turn on those extra challenges to give yourself a more interesting experience. But that's later. Alright, let's sell the couple of things.
Hello.
Ada.
What can I do for you?
I think all I really had was an Abraxo and a pack of cigarettes.
Give me a shout if you need.
And let's head back to Nellis and it's going to be time to end the stream at that point. So, all right, everybody. Wait, of course we're dehydrated, but no, I'm not gonna. What am I doing? I'm not gonna fucking drink purified water. There's clean water here. We run back to Pearl's barracks, fix my dehydration, then we're gonna end the stream. But yeah, so I'll start giving my ending spiel now. So for those of you who joined on Twitch, whether you've been around a while or you're new, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's, well, I guess it depends on where you are. It's early in the morning for me, so I always feel like people are really gutting it out to catch one of my streams, and I appreciate it. If you enjoyed what you saw and you'd like to see more, don't forget to hit the follow button so Twitch will notify you when we go live. If you're watching later on YouTube, thank you so much. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel. I know I stream at odd hours that are sometimes unpredictable, but all of the content eventually makes its way over to YouTube, so if you sub over there, you will see everything we do. And regardless of the platform you're on, if you're on Twitch, check the channel description. If you're on YouTube, check the video description. I hope you will consider joining our Discord server, where we talk between streams. I make official announcements about channel activity, and if you want to talk about the games or anything else, we can discuss them with a length and depth that isn't really possible during the stream. So, hope to see you all there. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and in the next few hours I'll make a Discord announcement about a possible Dead Space stream tonight, but I think it's going to happen, so plan on it. Thanks. Everybody have a good day. Talk to you soon.